does not matter what's going on before we start the show. When that music hits, it just gets you in the mood.
It does. That's why we have it.
That is an awesome, awesome tune. Welcome, everyone, to the final Disney morning show of 2024. My name is Jimmy Mosley.
Nobody saw that pivot coming.
I know, just out of nowhere. Shocking. My name is Jimmy Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. This is Kyle Burbank. He's our managing editor. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing well. It's an exciting show. If all goes to plan, we should have not one, not three, but two guests.
So you know how hard it is to distract me, but first, something is wrong with my screen, and it is like really faded, just like extra bright, and it's not the brightness. I turned it down. I think I just need to reboot. I don't know what's going on, but it is really bothering me. And also the fact that little reek of light there is bothering me, so I'm going to tilt a little bit. But other than that, I am 100% focused on the show.
Okay, well, let's get started the way we always do then.
All right, yesterday Disney stock price was $110.96. It is now $110.85. Way to go, Disney. Consistency is the key to life. Is it a short day at the market like Christmas Eve?
I have no idea. I do know that I think sometime in the next couple weeks, the markets are going to be closed for Jimmy Carter.
Yes, they are closing. I want to say it's the 9th, but don't.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. I guess I was expecting Jerm to come to us live from the park. I guess I was wrong on that.
You were wrong on that. No, sorry. He's talking about his adventures yesterday. But first, we have to get to the weather. Here's Ethan.
Good morning and welcome to the final LP Disney weather report of the year. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot in the days of Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll drink a cup of kindness yet, for the sake of Auld Lang Syne. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim got off to another foggy start this morning, but the sun will come out today with a high of 64. At midnight, it will be 49. Walt Disney World will be mostly sunny today and relatively warm at 78. The midnight forecast, partly cloudy and 66. Castaway Cay is 76 now and will be 75 at 12 a.m. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will once again see a high of 77 today and will be 73 degrees when 2025 arrives. Disneyland Paris is 38 now and will actually warm to 39 as they ring in the new year. It's already 2025 in Tokyo, and they'll start the year with sunny skies and a high of 52. That's also true of Shanghai, although it will be slightly warmer, reaching 54. Lastly, Hong Kong was 66 degrees at midnight and will basically stay in that range for the rest of the day. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see you in 2025. Bye for now.
I think this is what makes her our biggest fan. She realizes stuff like that I didn't even catch. So when you see Jeremiah down there, does he look like an Oompa Loompa to you, or is this my screen again?
I think it's your screen. I don't think he's an Oompa Loompa.
Let me get a picture of this, because Jeremiah is most definitely an Oompa Loompa down there. Okay. All right. Should I bring him on now? Are you ready for him?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about New Year's Eve at the Magic Kingdom.
I mean, I can see that my face is a little red, but
it is kind of red, yes.
It's more than a little red for me. You are Oompa Loompa. All right. Wait. We have 10, 9, 8. Where's this going? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't leave me hanging, Christian.
2, 1 second, please,
2,
Mr. Kennedy.
1. All right, Jeremiah.
Yay! Sorry to say, Ethan's incorrect. It's actually raining outside right now, so that leads to me not being in the parks at this point.
But we could go live to Jeffrey. He is actually in a park right now. That would
yes.
Go ahead, Kyle. Sorry.
So Jeremiah, you got to go to something that I don't know if everyone knows happens, but the night before New Year's Eve at Magic Kingdom, they basically do a dress rehearsal. So you could go experience New Year's Eve without it being New Year's Eve. And can you tell us about your experience doing just that?
For not knowing, it is as crowded as New Year's Eve. So yeah,
Maybe because sites like us have been talking about it for years.
Yeah. A few years ago, well, probably more than a few years ago, it's been at least a decade now. they on the 30th they celebrate New Year's. They do the fireworks. They do the countdown. But now it is at 6:30, midnight, and then on New Year's Eve at 6:30, and then at midnight. So they shoot off more pyro in 2 days than they do, I feel like, in half the year. So yeah, last night was New Year's Eve. Friend of Laughing Plays, DJ Elliott, was on the main stage in front of the castle.
There he is.
Another DJ over in Tomorrowland.
Was that Atomic Blonde?
No, she is actually in Italy at Epcot tonight. So
wait,
I picture it like in Italy.
Italy in Epcot.
Nice.
No, it's a fun night. They pretty much do everything normal until about 6 o'clock, and then that's when the Elliot kicks in, starts playing. They do a countdown, the fireworks go, and then afterwards, for the first time that I've ever seen, they brought out Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy onto that to kind of do a dance party, as we said in our article, where it's, them out having fun, playing with the DJs, just dressed up. And then over in Tomorrowland, they have the Chipmunks and the Ducks playing, which is a little bit different. And a little bit of inside knowledge I got was, because this was the first time, there wasn't a set. Like, they really didn't know what they were doing. So everything was very much like, hey, let's play this song and watch you guys have fun. If you head over to our X, Twitter, you can see the Chipmunks singing to Taylor Swift and Donald and Daisy shuffling, which is just probably the highlight of my night.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Are you going back today?
I am going to Epcot this evening, so I will be out there. That one, they do Luminous Symphony of Us at 9, and then at midnight they do their spectacular pyro and everything.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you. I hope you get combat pay for hitting the parks on New Year's Eve. I outgrew that about 20 years ago, and now it's just painful.
I haven't been to Epcot in a decade for New Year's Eve, so I know what to expect, and I'm scared. I'm sure I'll run into Gio at some point. He was a trooper. He stayed all night last night at Magic Kingdom. I had to bail out before the midnight version of fireworks so I could actually make it home in a decent amount of time.
Gio, I mean, he doesn't live there, so when he goes to Disney World, I don't even know why he gets a hotel room. He is just there to do the parks, and it's awesome.
Well, that's why it's All Stars. The one time that I went to Epcot on New Year's Eve,
thank you, Lukey.
Thank you.
I waited 4 hours to do Tron Track because it was the first time I'd done it. So I'm like, well, what else am I gonna do? So I waited there. I think we probably did like the Kim Possible. That was a good Kim Possible day.
Is Tron Light Cycle Run still virtual queue only or no?
No.
Okay.
They were up to 4-hour waits the other day.
I saw the queue for that going back to Autopia and some Speedway and some pictures yesterday. That just looked insane.
Well, yesterday when I walked into Epcot, the line for the Moana walkthrough was heading back towards the Dreamer statue.
I was supposed to show that. I'll be showing that picture later. I don't know why I'm not showing it now. But okay. Anything else before we let you go, Germ? Let you prepare for your big day?
Yep. Nothing like a nice cold and a crowd. That's going to be an enjoyable evening. If you're at Epcot tonight, say hi. I'll be around hiding in corners until firework time.
And I'm sorry you won't be able to ride much being as short as you are, but you are an Oompa Loompa today. So
Nice.
In fact, I should get a picture now that you're bigger. Here, keep doing that little thing. There you go.
Well, if he's an Oompa Loompa, you'd want him to be smaller.
I know.
All right. Thank you, Jeremiah. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. And then in other major breaking news, there are new cups at Disney World. There they are. Let's see. New cups featuring various park icons have been seen at Walt Disney World. These replace the red Mary Blair cups that have been featured for the last few years. So far, these have only been spotted at Connections Eatery at Epcot, but they are going to be rolling out to all the parks. resorts and Disney Springs over the coming weeks, and likely the Disneyland Resort too. You feature the Coke logo there, and then a bunch of other icons like the monorail. It's a small world and other cool stuff. That's a pretty cool tiki room. What do you think of these, Kyle? I like them.
I like the background color is that's in my sweet spot. I'd say my favorite color is purple, but that's because I can never pin down exactly what shade between blue and green I really like the best. So that's about it.
I like that. We need more of these learning about Kyle segments.
Well, speaking of learning more, we learned more about the new Disney legend Tim Allen show, Shifting Gears. I guess I could have said, well, Shifting Gears. But yeah, we got a trailer for the mid-season show that's coming on. As I said, obviously you see it's got Tim Allen and Kat Dennings. Sean William Scott is also on it, as well as Daryl Chill Mitchell, that's his nickname, is Chill, Maxwell Simpkins, and Barrett Margulies. And this premieres on January 8th at 8 p.m. on ABC. And I watched the trailer. I thought that it looked decent. Apparently it's a multicam, which you don't see a lot of multicam shows these days. It might be like a hybrid. There's probably some single, but it definitely looks more like a multicam.
The throwback. Whenever he's doing it, it's a throwback. Is that Kat Dennings right there? I love her.
That is Kat Dennings. She is Darcy Lewis in the MCU.
Yes. There's some other roles I like. I can't think of them right now. But
not Two Broke Girls. Two Broke Girls nearly broke her. She seems good in this. I like her.
You don't like Two Broke Girls?
I was on the pilot for Two Broke Girls.
Oh, of course you were. Oh my goodness.
You could see me riding the fake subway. They have they put it on a jack and they push it, and so that the train kind of rocks a little bit. Your gross may be higher than what's his name? Not Lawrence Fishburne, the other one. The other one.
Samuel L. Jackson. There we go. All right, and finally, almost finally, nightly performances of Fantasmic have been added to three nightly performances. An additional performance has been added January 2nd and 3rd. That is Thursday and Friday at Disney's Hollywood Studios in preparation for expected large crowds. The next performance, there will be performances at 6, 8, and 9:30 p.m. And I like this tweet we have in there, an example of how crowded the parks are. There is the queue for Moana, Journey of Water. Yes, Moana, Journey of Water. Not an attraction worthy of waiting for. I don't think it's an attraction intended to be waited for, but that's the time of year it is. And finally, let us get to our last look at Disney Plus, what's popular for 2024.
It's an interesting one.
First of all, Zombies has an animated show. I didn't know that. I need to pay attention to our website. All right, so this is Disney Plus showing what people are actually watching. I believe this is it on my TV 14 edition. So no Deadpool Wolverine. We have Wow, Christmas is over according to the world. Lion King is now number one. This is the live action version. Dream Productions, really good for the Inside Out shorts. Skeleton Crew, Mufasa, A Special Look. Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. I really think they're pushing stuff here. Simpsons, oh come on, All You Faithful, that's a good one. What If, which Kyle, you enjoyed What If, right?
Yes, I like What If.
Amber Alert. Okay, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. I don't know why they popped up there. Maybe end of the year. People are thinking end of the world. But Amber Alert, what is this? This sounds like my kind of show.
Yeah, it's got from it looks like Everybody Hates Chris and Abbott Elementary. I will let everyone know that looking at my not restricted one, Deadpool and Wolverine is number 2, and then a new Searchlight movie starring Amy Adams is at number 5.
The one that you can't say the name of that, right?
Night Female Dog.
Yes. Night. So when Jack, Hayden Panettiere, one of my favorites, and Shane, Tyler James Williams, I really like him, witness a potential kidnapping during a white chair, they desperately race against time to save the child's life. I am so watching this. I cannot wait.
See, their plan worked. You saw what other people were watching. You're like, I want to watch that too.
I am so excited. Okay, sorry. Moving on. We have. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my proud privilege to present to you my wife, Rebecca Mosley. How you doing, Rebecca?
Hi. How are you guys doing this morning?
Doing great. Yeah, I got in here this morning, got right down to work, some accounting stuff, got off just in time to get here and do the morning show. How's it going down there in Pasadena? I hope you're having at least as good a time as I am.
Okay, day one started off incredible. We had a lovely welcome luncheon out on the patio here at the Westin, and the spread was amazing. The flank steak, salmon, roasted chicken, to like a grain salad, a feta marinated vegetable. I mean, it was great. And then the college football radio team came by to chat with us. They had been at media day and had talked to the two teams that are going to be playing in the Rose Bowl. So we got to hear a little bit of their insights and how they prepare for the game. It was really fun to see their camaraderie in person. So I'm looking forward. I'll be sharing more about it when I do like a recap when I get back from the trip. But yeah, they were a lot of fun, a lot of humor. Great storytellers, which no surprise, right? They work on radio, so they got to be able to talk.
Quick reminder, Rebecca is down in Pasadena for ESPN Beyond the Roses, ESPN Experiences, the second ESPN experience. She is getting to see the Rose Bowl, getting to see the Rose Parade, go to the Rose Bowl. But prior to that, yesterday she saw Monday Night Football and got to meet some ESPN people, which is what she's telling us about now. Today, you are going to actually go to the ESPN studios in Los Angeles before going to Cosm, which is an amazing immersive experience to watch the Fiesta Bowl, and if you so choose, and ring in New Year's Eve in quite the party atmosphere, which is risky because the Rose Parade starts very early tomorrow morning.
Hey, can you put me on the big screen so I can share my favorite things that they gave us in our goodie bag? Because it was an amazing goodie bag. If you're following on Twitter, I shared like just an overall picture of the bag. But one of the items in it is this commemorative like ticket. I think it's like an like a metal, but it looks like a ticket on the front, and then on the back, it has the granddaddy of them all, which is like, that's the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. So that's an amazing. And then the other highlight for me was while we were in the production truck, we got to hear from the gentleman who makes sure that they fit all their sponsors and their dynamics regarding that. And these cards are what you'll see Chris Fowler holding when they're when they're doing some of their stand-ups or whatever, and he's got the sponsor information on the other side, all the things he needs to be sure he says and hits, and they pulled directly from that deck and gave us a card that we got to take home with us. So when I'm watching the game, I'm going to see Chris Fowler holding one of these, and I have one to take home for myself.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting that for me. All right, so then you got to actually go see some Rose Parade floats, right?
Yeah, and one of with this tour, it was actually a VIP level experience. So while living in Pasadena, I can remember waiting in line and walking in and seeing the parade floats being decorated. With this tour, we actually went behind the rope. There was a little red rope over there, and they took all of us with our ESPN lanyards on the other side, and we had one of the Tournament of Roses team talking with. Oh wait, okay, so right here, this turtle. You see those those are mushroom caps, you guys, lining the shell there. Those are mushroom caps. And then on his back are jalapeno peppers. So, the place was so fragrant. But our tour was guided by someone who's been with the Tournament of Roses since 2005. And her passion and enthusiasm, Christina, really came through. She was delightful, tremendous storyteller. Really helped us understand everything that goes into the Rose Parade. That it's organic materials. They have to be within their natural state. So you can do things like roast them or that kind of aspect to bring out different colors, but you can't put on white beans and then paint them blue. That kind of dynamic isn't permitted.
Cool. And I see you sent us some production truck pictures too.
Yeah, just a couple, so that you guys. We actually got to tour three different trucks. So the one that's like the main hub where you have the director and producer who are guiding the different camera shots that are taken, and then they also took us to the truck where they are pulling in like the replays and the stat data and that kind of dynamic. And then we were in a third truck, and I'll be honest, I don't remember which truck that was, but this guy right here, his name's Josh. And he's the one who, when the the leader is saying, take camera 2. He's the guy who makes sure camera 2 ends up on your screen. And so all those buttons, I asked him, I said, all those buttons in front of you, they're going to get used at some point. And he goes, yep. That's a lot. That's a lot.
And then
so it was cool.
Is this your Monday Night Football pub?
Exactly. Yeah. And then we made our way. That was how we ended up the day. We over at an amazing gastropub here in Pasadena on Colorado Boulevard. This evening, that's going to be wall-to-wall people as they camp out. And it's called King's Row. They had 24 beers on tap. It was open bar. And the food was amazing. Lots of I had a burrito. Arda, actually, ESPN Arda, he was like, did you see that there's this burrito on the menu? And he described it to me, and I hadn't seen it, so I was glad I got it. But it actually had French fries in the burrito. So it was Harris Ranch beef, which is up by us, Harris Ranch in the Bay Area. So Harris Ranch steak and normal, guacamole, sour cream, all that kind of good stuff. But then also French fries, so good. Our table mates had a burger. Anita had a all-day breakfast burrito. I mean, and the burrito was huge. We actually took some of it back to our room and have it in the fridge. And then the dessert was an apple turnover with a la mode. So at a homemade caramel sauce, like a whiskey bourbon caramel sauce. So we're eating good. We're getting good stories. We're getting some good sports. I'm having a good time.
Is that guy in plaid right there? Is that your new best friend? Is that who that is?
Oh, okay. We're having so much fun. I'm fingers crossed. I'm not sure if this is gonna work out, but fingers crossed. Skeleton Crew drops tonight, and he's a Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'm hoping that maybe we'll sneak some time in and we'll be able to have like a little private, like a little watch party of the Star Wars dweebs, and we'll get to see the episode of Skeleton Crew. I'm not sure. But I was thinking I could download it on the bus and we can watch it on, my tablet on the bus, because it would just be so much fun to watch an episode of Skeleton Crew with Arda. No idea if it's gonna, but we are having a lot of Star Wars talk. I told him he's the hockey guy at ESPN. And so I was telling him, okay, I really want to love hockey. You gotta help me out. So he's like, I gotcha. So we'll see if the 2025 finds Rebecca discovering how great hockey is.
I know you have a busy schedule. Do you recall that you were actually going to a hockey game in about 2 weeks?
That's what I actually told him. I'm going to a hockey game, so maybe I'll get bit by the hockey bug.
And have you been near the glass?
I don't know.
I don't know where our chicks are.
Is it a Knights game?
Yes.
Yes.
You'll probably be close enough to the glass that that'll make you like hockey.
Okay. I've never been anywhere near. I've been to a few, but never close. Have you been able to tell Arda of his honor he has received here at Laughing Place? One of the highest honors one can receive.
I did actually get to send him over the link. Okay, and you guys, here's how I framed it for him, because it's so funny.
Really quick, sorry. He was named one of Disney's most fascinating people by our esteemed Big Cheese. Okay, go on.
Yeah, rightfully so. He is a tremendous storyteller. His passion for not only ESPN but like Disney in general makes him such a delightful liaison between the fan base and the industry. In the same way, I'm not in the same way that you do be. You have to. You're a computer guy, but you have to get the people who want the computer project. You have to be able to talk them over to the other side. And I feel like Arda has a really great talent at doing that too, making sports more accessible to the casual like me. Mm-hmm. But regarding the write-up, what I did was I told him, by the way, just so you know, the Mufasa marketing, it featured Laughing Place in their marketing, Disney movies. It was out there, it's great, Laughing Place, kind of thing. I said, so, don't.
We are somebody.
So yeah, so it's been. I'm having a great time. The level of care and attention is amazing. The motor coach that we're being transported on is fantastic. Brendan and Maureen.
Get a picture of the motor coach. I really like that.
yeah, Brendan and Maureen are doing a lovely job keeping us informed and kind of herding the cats through the various places. They had golf carts for us to as we were traveling, because the area down there by the Rose Bowl, it's long distances. So I was very grateful to have the golf carts, because there's enough walking just, kind of without having to get between point A and point B. So I'll be on X today with all the events that we've got going on. We're actually going to be leaving here around 10:30, heading over to the LA studios of ESPN. I'm so pumped for that. And then not sure what we're doing for the lunchtime yet. I'm unsure on that. But then we'll be back at we'll be over at the Cosm for the Fiesta Bowl. That's Boise State, Penn State. So I am excited about the Cosm. I don't know. I know there's like photography restrictions within that little facility, so I'm not sure how much of that fun I'm going to be able to share with all of you. But I am so excited. I'll share what I can, and then after the Fiesta Bowl, they're going to be offering us shuttles to come back since we have such an early depart time tomorrow morning. But if we wanted to stay until midnight, we were invited to the Roaring 20s themed event that they have there at the Cosm. So I'm going to I'm going to get a taste of that, but that bus is going to leave early tomorrow. And then we're away from the hotel all day, New Year's Day, until the end of the Rose Bowl. So yeah, I'm not going to see New Year ring in on the West Coast. I'm going to enjoy maybe watching the Times Square ball drop and go, Happy New Year, East Coast, and sign off.
I'll party enough for the both of us, honey. All right. Well,
okay.
Thanks for coming in. You have an exciting day. I'm looking forward to following it. And yeah, say hi to Anita for me.
Sounds really good. Talk to y'all later.
Bye. Oops. There we go. All right, you want to continue the fascinating people? Kyle?
Yeah, so every year Benji puts together a list of the most fascinating Disney people. So what we have here is the 9 finalists, I'll call them. And then today he'll announce his 2024 Disney Person of the Year. So you see some familiar names, some not as familiar. Jared Bush obviously took over for Jennifer Lee this year at animation. Jeremy Derrick. That's how I'm going to say it. He's going to correct me. Selena Gomez, obviously coming back to her Disney roots and producing Beyond Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. I'm not even going to take a stab at that one.
The youngest person this year.
This year, yeah.
Arda,
so yeah, you can read about why
favorite.
He picked each person, their impact on Disney this year, and just why he finds them fascinating, which can mean different things. But it's inspired by the old Barbara Walters specials she used to have every year, if you'll recall.
And
we will have our in memoriam, but unfortunately, people keep passing away right before the end of the year. So
that will be up later today. Our in memoriam, looking back at the Disney important people in the Disney that we lost this year, which is an important thing we do every year, I believe.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And the rest.
I feel like the bumper takes care of that for us. Wait, we've got breaking news. This just in. We got a new poster. Why? Because the Bob Dylan biopic. Help me out. Biopic or biopic?
Biopic is fine, or biopic, either way.
I've heard it both ways.
Biopsy. That sounds like biopsy, though. So maybe biopic. It makes it way more easy because it's
the Bob Dylan biopic, because it's like a hazard, A Complete Unknown, which officially released in theaters on Christmas Day, is coming to IMAX on Friday. How cool is that? It's got 77% on Rotten Tomatoes, but people that liked it have really liked it from what I've seen. Of course, Timothée Chalamet. Is that Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet. That's why the L comes before the M. It's the iconic folk singer Bob Dylan, as he moves to New York from his home state of Minnesota. Not only a good movie, but a good analogy for Disney fandom, according to Marshall, with a really great article that I can't push enough. Go read Marshall's article on what Disney fans can learn from the Bob Dylan movie.
The Complete Unknown. I'm gonna do this next story in the voice of Bob Dylan.
Please
No.
do. Please do.
We got an update. Jeremiah was at Epcot yesterday, and as you heard, he'll be back today. But he got snapped some pictures of the construction happening over at Test Track. You can see them continue to build that canopy. You can see some other landscaping and cement work there. And yeah, this is making progress on the outside, but of course the inside will also be changing, and this will reopen in late summer 2025, presented by General Motors instead of Chevrolet.
And finally, the latest Disneyland Paris attraction key, this time celebrating the classic Fantasyland attraction, Jumbo the Flying Elephant, will be released Friday, not this Friday, next Friday, January 10th. It is a limited edition of 1992, what an odd number. It has a retail price of €29, which translates roughly to, I'm looking at you finance now,
Slightly more
than $29. Fan-Animator 101 says 2025 is going to be a great year for Disney Animations. Zootopia 2 is going to be great. You agree with that?
Yes.
And I agree, Schnabs. And that's why I asked for clarification.
The fun stuff. We got some new Crocs clogs celebrating Walt Disney World. You can see there's the different park icons. But Doobie, I think you'll be most interested in the strap on the back. If you can
Right
find
there?
that,
Yes,
right
indeed.
there,
Oh.
a Skyliner crawling across the back of your Achilles.
Not only have I never worn Crocs, I despise Crocs, but now I'm thinking.
Well, for $64.99, they can be yours.
I'm done thinking. Okay.
That's fine. And since I prepped the show, I get to quiz Doobie today. So Doobie, I have two of them for you.
Okay. Two things
This
happened
day
on
in
the
Disney
final
history.
day of the year in Disney history.
They did. On this day in 1943, someone was born. This is a terrible limerick, so I'll give you more hints afterwards. A man with a voice deep and grand played roles that were truly well planned. With villains and grace, he'd light up the space and tales where both darkness and light stand. He is in the MCU. He is a Sir.
That should be more than enough, but it's not. The guy who does Vision?
No, that's Paul Bettany. This is someone who's in Iron Man 3 and then returned in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
That's not going to happen. Who is it?
That is Sir Ben Kingsley.
Oh my goodness. Freaking I should have. Iron Man 3, no movie makes me angrier than Iron Man 3. This should have been the greatest villain of all time, and instead it was just the biggest bait and switch, and it still makes me mad to think about.
Sorry. Well, on this day in 1969,
It'll always be Gandhi to me, though.
A movie opened that. Anyway, I'll just give you the. A young man with knowledge quite vast in a school found his future was cast. With circuits and shoes he could never lose, but his mind, it was changing too fast.
The computer wore tennis shoes?
That is, the computer wore tennis shoes, coming soon to a reality near you.
I should have been 2 for 2 on that. I'm very disappointed. Is this on Disney Plus?
This is. I hope so, because I think this image is the Disney Plus background.
The computer wore. There it is on Disney Plus right now. Go check it out.
And we're not doing football picks today because there's no Thursday games, so we're gonna hold off.
There's no Thursday this week?
Nope,
Everything
just
on Sunday?
Saturday and doubleheader on ABC on Saturday, and then featuring the Detroit Lions, according to our team, and or Detroit Tigers. Sorry. Yeah, and then just Saturday and Sunday games this week, and I think it probably stays the same through the playoffs. No reason to have funky times.
I think on Super Bowl Sunday it's just the one game that week.
I think so.
Yeah,
they should do it. Right. I mean, they really should play a runner-up bowl.
Yeah, a third place game on Saturday. That would be fun. All right. So I will tell you, though, that I am getting closer to Kyle. I had a better week than he did. So coming down to the final week.
Oh, yeah. I guess we could have checked those. I thought about picking.
I was going to, but then I'm like, we'll just hold everything. But no, we got time. We'll just do real quick. Play the intro.
Which intro?
Football.
Oh, okay. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sounds so much like it's just you. All right. I mean, it is you, but you know what I mean. You live. I did 10-6. You did 9-7. I've gained one more game on you going into the final week.
How did the Cowboys do?
They lost. Of course they lost.
Did they?
Yes.
Was it close?
Shut up. Okay. Shut up. Shut up.
And were they playing a backup quarterback? I guess both were playing.
They were playing with their backup quarterback, so I don't want to hear it. So you are 5 games ahead with 1 week left, which means you will be picking first, and I will have to pick at least 5 games to pick differently from you just to have a chance. So there's no chance, but I will give it my best, give it my all. Rebecca, my wife, is still in the top 50. She did lose yesterday. It was only her 4-point game. I believe she is tied with a lot of people for number 41 now. She has an excellent chance to finish in the top 50, which is just amazing. And we're done. So thank you for joining us. We will not be here tomorrow. Kyle will be sleeping it off. I will just be taking the holiday.
I'll be sleeping in. I'm not going to be sleeping anything off.
But we will be back on Thursday with our first show of the year. Can't wait. Thank you as always for joining us, being a part of the Disney Morning Show all year long, and being a part of Laughing Place all year long. It's been a blast, and we look forward to a great 2025. Bye, everybody.
Bye.